All right, so I had Greg Mannarino called me again earlier today, just chatting again. He's like, "Man, I'm nervous again. I'm watching the bond yield, looking at the yields, looking at all this stuff, stock market. Steve Mnuchin calling these 6 banks and all this crap. What the hell's going on? He's like, if Donald Trump, if they don't do something soon, he's like, he's like, I'll be honest with you, man, I am nervous about the market. And he's talking mainly stock market here, not crypto. And he's like, man, this is like 2008 all again. Everything's bigger, bubble wise and that sort of thing. Greg Mannarino is quite concerned, and he had a post over on Steemit. So if you search for Gregory Mannarino, Steemit, you will find his latest post. Anyways, it's very short. He talked about how Dow Jones 6,000 is possible. And he's like, there's even a case for 3,000. We currently had a high of around 26,000, I think, somewhere maybe a little more than that. Currently, it was like 22K, dropped down even more, recently again today, and actually got under that, I think, briefly. But he's just quite concerned. He's like, man, I got friends calling me, James, Greg, man, my freaking 401k's down 30%, another guy's 40%, And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh no, where are you going to put your money? What are you going to do with it? Everything's, where do you put it? All the markets are, down. Of course, crypto right now has gone up a little bit. But again, this is also after the crypto market's been almost destroyed. $2,900 Bitcoin was here, $22 Litecoin. Again, it's up again, but I'm telling you, I'm still out. I'm going to wait this one. I think there could be some major issues coming in soon. That's going to make my guy potentially, get it right again. His Bitcoin Cash thing, I said it again in that video on Friday. Hey, he's telling me Bitcoin Cash, maybe 15, 20%. Boom. Sunday morning, exactly 15%. He said, watch it Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday comes, it rallies a little bit higher, just a hair higher, and then this huge sell-off comes, and Bitcoin Cash is right back down to practically where he told me about it, like mid 180s or so, which he was a little lower than that when he first told me. But anyways, this is partially why I'm still holding out on my Litecoin move, not buying back in yet, because this guy's been right. So I can't stop thinking about it. But anyway, I talked to Greg a little bit about this stuff, and then we got Bitcoin Ben. You may have saw his video a couple hours ago or so, and he's talking some of the same lingo Greg Mannarino is talking with the bonds and the yield curves and all this crap. And he seems to think, there's some bad news coming. The markets are going to be, Bitcoin Ben's talking numbers like, 1,000-point drops, and not every single day, but we're going to have multiple, he thinks, drops in the Dow Jones. But I'm kind of, typically, I've said this before, recently, so I'm just going to say it again. Yeah, there's easily some more downward pressure. I mean, for sure. I just don't know that we're going to see this huge crash that maybe they think's coming. And I say they're not the only two. And the data's there in support of them. But the data was also there last time around. And the government, we didn't think the government, we thought it was the end. The doom and gloom's here. And then the government comes out with this incredible plan that nobody saw. No one forecasted. $800 billion TARP fund. For what reason? We don't know. Just boom. Bail out the banks to a massive extent. Not only our own banks, but the foreign banks. And the Federal Reserve, we're going to increase our balance sheet to the tune of nearly $5 trillion. Also, so all these things combined were trillions and trillions of dollars. Nobody thought that's how the response would be. So my thought here is that we got Trump in charge. Had Hillary been in charge, they could have popped, like Lindsey Williams said, they would have already popped the bubbles. But since Trump is in charge, they understand they can't just do it like that. But we've seen, you might argue, well, then why the market's dropping? Steve Mnuchin makes this call, then he publicly tweets about it, right? You remember that? I mean, this just happened. Sunday. I'm sorry, you did what? You're on vacation and you feel necessary to call the CEOs of the 6 biggest, 6 large banks in America on your vacation and then tweet about it. There's something more going on here that I don't know if any of us knows, in my humble opinion. Yes, there could be more downward movement in the market. Are we going to see a quote-unquote crash? I mean, first of all, define what a real? We need to set definitions. What is a crash at now $22,000 Dow Jones? Is it getting cut in half? Is that a crash? I mean, that'd be a big number. It'd be, 22 would be what, 11,000? I'd say that's a crash in my book. Hey, 50% that's a crash. But what if we said another 20 or 25%? What if we get down to 18, 19,000 Dow Jones? Is that a crash? Well, Joe, from 26, hey, I know we got to talk about this, but I don't know. I just think there's things that we don't know about right now that may come out. Should the market get even uglier, that is not going to, basically, I'm not going to say save the day, but something has to happen. I'm thinking about, and I told Greg about it, I'm like, Q, and they're talking about the damn, the Fed, how are we going to deal with them? They had a one-word response, gold. QAnon said gold, Fed, gold. We got it. Then we had the other answer about, well, it wasn't even an answer. It was really Q making a comment, and they said, we know that the Federal Reserve plans on going a little crazy with the rate hikes come March 2019. Don't worry, we know about it. We're prepared for it. Expect some, again, I forgot the exact words they used, but it was like a little change of personnel or change at the Fed. Expect some restructuring at the Fed. Something like that was the word they used. I think it was restructuring. And so, I mean, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if any of us do. I just still feel committed to this move I made in Litecoin to just wait. I don't know that we're going to see this big destruction event. I mean, does Donald Trump want the stock market to be completely destroyed while he's been touting how good a job he's been doing this whole time? So that he can then blame Steve Mnuchin and the Treasury Secretary, or the Federal Reserve Chair, Powell, whatever. And, he's already getting on Powell's case. So I just don't know. I gotta say, as much as I've studied this stuff for all these years, doom and gloom, people used to call me Dr. Doom many years ago. Like some people had a little nickname for me, Dr. Doom, just reporting on all this crap, with gold and silver. And I think we will have potentially a gold-backed currency at some point. Donald Trump is a big gold fan. Greg Mannarino thinks if we can even partially back, even from like fractional amounts of gold or whatever, to back the currency, they could potentially save the day. But he feels like they've got to be acting soon, like pretty soon. He's like, I just don't see how this can continue. But again, how the hell did we get 10 years from 2008 to now with a rally from hell in the stock market and everything, the housing back up? Like, how did they pull that off? By just creating more and more debt and all that. So I think something may happen. Again, they'll have a plan to deal with it. It won't be as bad as people think, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. The signs are there that say, market's about to tank, it's bad news. I mean, they're all there. I'm not arguing that the signs aren't there and that, like, even, Ben and Greg Mannarino and other people are like talking out of their end. No, they're right. They're dead on the money with what they're saying. But I told Greg, I said, I just don't think we're taking into account the unknown. What is the government under Trump's leadership this time willing to and going to do to quote unquote fix things before they get too out of hand? We just don't, it's just an unknown. And I said, like last time, an unknown kicks in and then, nobody saw that coming. We didn't know they were going to do QE to infinity. We didn't know, but they did. And now we're in a bigger mess. But that doesn't mean we can't kick the can again, by the way. Not that I want to see that. And just do it again. Hey, let's just pump it up again. So I don't know. I'm just doing this video because I felt like telling you guys about, because me and Greg were talking earlier, and I said, he was talking about his Steam It thing. And I said, I might do a video later and mention that, because he's like, yeah, it's a short one. You people like that kind of news. And he's like, I kind of got a simple, quick case for 6,000 Dow and maybe even lower. It could even go to 3,000. I'm like, whew. Well, I'm like, man, seeing how things, up is down, left is right, all these backward things. The herd, everybody goes this way, and then they did something over here. Hey, everybody's long, like in Litecoin and in crypto, right? But Litecoin, you look at the positions right now. 90-something% of these positions, you can look up the retail market exchange data. Like 93% of the people are long in the crypto market right now. Are people being set up for a slaughter, a little shearing of the sheep? 92% long. You don't think the big money, in my opinion, I could be wrong. Hey, I admit it right now, I could be wrong. You don't think big money, though, that's what I'm thinking, is watching that, saying, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go long. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Somehow I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't. Or my Tommy gun don't. I'm giving you to the count of 10 to get your no good, dirty line, long positions off my exchange before I fill your body full of lead. Seriously, though. Are we being set up? Is something going to happen? Is the market going to dump? I'm waiting because I think there's going to be a dumping in the crypto market. Worse than we just saw recently. Worse than $22 Litecoin. Quite possibly worse than $2,900 Bitcoin. But then again, maybe not. Maybe all this money is scared over there and it's flooding into the crypto market. But why would they do that all of a sudden when the entire time that market's dumping, cryptos are dumping, there's no safe place to go, all of a sudden cryptos are safe? Or is it the illusion right now that the cryptos are safe, so some of that money, that scared money, can come right over here into the crypto market, pumping it up a bit, and then wham! Part two, they slam it on you, they take their profits and leave you out to dry. It's possible. I do not know that that's what's going to happen. Again, I'm just thinking, but it was bothering me enough, this whole thing with the bond market and the dollar and all this crap. And I feel like it's time to say something. I just want to do a video because Bitcoin Ben's quite worried. Gregory Mannarino is quite worried about that. And they're talking mostly the regular markets. Again, I'm not saying I know everything. Or they're going to be wrong. I'll be right. I have no idea. I don't have any idea. I just think expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. And not to bring my mom up like she's some kind of expert either, psychic snip mom. But she's like, Joe, I don't see like a crash, a big crash in the stock market. I don't see it this year. I don't see it next year. I'm just not seeing it. She'd already told me, look, I do see, this was last year, by the way. She goes, I do see a nice little, she didn't use the word dip, but like not a crash. She goes, but I do see like it going down maybe one time like that, and then it starts going back, and then it's like, okay. And she goes, look, I feel like as long as Donald Trump is in there, that's how this is going to go. We may have a dip, and then, oh, never mind, that kind of thing. Well, you might argue, Joe, 26,000 down to 22,000, is that a dip, or is that a healthy correction? Maybe you call it a healthy correction, whatever. Maybe this is the one my mom was talking about. Last year she said it. So maybe we again, something happens here shortly, markets are happy, they're about rallying again. Who knows? But I just wanted to get this out there real quick. Not that there's a hurry. I mean, what the hell are we going to do? Nothing. It's Christmas Eve. And I don't think not that I know of, unless there's some kind of major activity or major like crypto market dumping, and all of a sudden my guy's waiting on happens on Christmas Day. Oh my God, guys, the market's puking, crypto market. Holy crap, my Litecoin order just filled. I might make an exception on Christmas Day and do a video like that. That would be crazy. Or some other important news, honestly. Other than that, obviously don't expect, the daily snip video. That was Christmas, man. Go have fun, good time with your family, give thanks, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? And just, I'll end the video saying Merry Christmas. Even to my haters. That's you, and you, and you. Oh, and you over there, yeah. Love y'all too. Merry Christmas to y'all too. Take care.